Today's lesson is on compound events and finding the sample space of compound events. Make sure you follow along with your notes as we go through this video lesson. In probability situations, an action is a process with an uncertain result. In the previous topic, you worked with actions that involved only one step or choice. Multi-step actions involve more than one step or choice. For example, our action is to spin the spinner twice. Since we are spinning the spinner twice, this is a two-step action. An action is a process with uncertain results. Looking at this action, choose 4 people from the group, so this is a 4-step action. With the action, roll 3 number cubes, this is a 3-step action. With the action, choose 1 shirt and 1 pair of pants, this is a 2-step action. For example, how many steps or choices does each action involve? If we look at our first one, choose 1 fruit and 1 drink. How many steps or choices do we have for this action? Here we are choosing 1 fruit and 1 drink, so this is a 2-step action. The second example, assign first, second, and third place ribbons, would be a 3-step action. The third example, choose a 6-character password, would have 6 steps or choices for this action. How many steps or choices does the action involve? Choose a sandwich filling and a type of bread. This has 2 steps or 2 choices for our action. We're first going to choose a sandwich filling, and then we're going to choose a type of bread. So that is a 2-step action. What is a compound event? A compound event is an event associated with a multi-step action. So to be a compound event, it has to have 2 or more steps within our action. A compound event is composed of events that are the outcomes of the steps of the action. For example, if our action is spin the spinner twice, which has 2 steps, the compound event would be spinning red and then spinning green. We use parentheses to show the 2 outcomes are one compound event. On our first example at the top, the action is to roll 3 number cubes. Our compound event is the blue number cube on 2, the red number cube lands on 6, and the green number cube lands on 2. Here we see there are 3 possible outcomes, 2, 6, and 2. This shows that the 3 outcomes are in one compound event by placing them in parentheses. For the action, choose 4 people from a group. The compound event would be boy, girl, girl, boy. Again, the parentheses show that the 4 outcomes are part of one compound event. With the action, choose a shirt and a pair of pants. The compound event could be yellow shirt and light blue jeans. Yellow and light blue are the 2 outcomes within our one compound event. Let's look at this example. Check each group of jewelry on the right that shows a possible compound event for this action. So our action is to choose a necklace, a bracelet, and a ring. So what we want to do is check the ones that show the possible compound events for this action. Keep in mind, the action is to choose a necklace, a bracelet, and a ring. So that is 3 things or 3 steps within this action. So it could be this one, showing a necklace, a bracelet, and a ring. Or it could be this one, showing a necklace, bracelet, and a ring. Our first example here shows 1 step. It only shows choosing a necklace. Though this one has 3 steps, this one shows that you're choosing a necklace and 2 bracelets. Look at the next example. Which choices show a compound event for this action? Spin the spinner 4 times. Since our action shows 4 times, this means there are 4 steps within this action. So we're looking for a compound event that has these 4 steps. As you can see, 1 cannot be our answer because there are only 3 options within our compound event. 2 and 3 show 4 steps within the compound event. Therefore, 2 and 3 could be the correct answer. We could spin blue 4 times, or we could spin red, blue, green, and blue. Both of these show 4 steps within our outcomes for our compound event. 2 events are independent events if the occurrence of one event does not affect the probability of the other event. This is very important to understand. Independent events do not affect the probability of the other event. For example, our action is choose 1 tile at random and replace it. Since we are replacing it, that means we still have the same possible outcomes within this event or within this action. So this is going to be independent. Then it says choose a second tile at random. Our compound event would be choosing A and then choosing a B. Before choosing the first tile, the probability is 2 out of 11 of choosing B. After replacing the first tile, the probability of choosing B is still 2 over 11. The probability of the second choice is not affected by the first choice. The events choose A and choose B are independent events for this action. They do not affect one another. A compound event is an event associated with a multi-step action. For example, if our action is toss a coin and roll a number cube. Step 1 outcome, tossing your coin. Step 2 outcome, rolling your number cube. Our compound event means that we could possibly toss the coin and get tails. We could roll the number cube and land on 3. The outcomes are independent events because tossing tails does not affect the probability of spinning a 3. They're 2 different objects that do not affect one another. 2 events are dependent events if the occurrence of the first event affects the probability of the second event. So dependent events affect the probability of the second event. For example, choose 1 tile at random and set it aside. Since we are setting it aside, that means we have 1 less tile within our set or within our sample space. Then we're choosing a second tile at random. So our compound event, choose A, then choose B. Before choosing the first tile, the probability of choosing B is 2 over 11. After setting aside the first tile, the probability of choosing B is 2 over 10. The probability of the second choice is affected by the first choice. Since we selected the tile and set it aside, we had 1 less tile. So now we have 10 total tiles instead of 11, but out of those 10, we still have the 2 B's. The event, choose A and choose B, are dependent events for this action. Remember, dependent events affect one another. For this action, choose 2 people for your group. We have 2 outcomes within our step, or 2 steps within our compound event. We could choose a boy and choose a girl. The outcomes are dependent events because choosing a boy affects the probability of choosing a girl. Once you choose the boy, there's one less person that you can choose from. So it does affect the probability of choosing a girl. So again, for this specific problem, the outcomes are dependent events because choosing a boy does affect the probability of choosing a girl. Let's see if we can figure out the difference between independent and dependent events. Are the events that make up each compound event independent or dependent? For the first one, the action, player chooses 1 game piece, then player 2 chooses 1 game piece. The compound event, player 1 chooses red, player 2 chooses green. Is this independent or dependent? For our second example, spin the spinner stops on green twice. Is this independent or dependent? For the first example, once player 1 chooses a game piece, there's 1 less game piece for the players to choose from. So if the first player chooses a red, that red is no longer an option. So then there are only 3 possible outcomes. This would be dependent. Player 1's choice affects player 2's choice. For the second example with spinning the spinner twice and at both times stopping on green, each time it doesn't affect one another. So this is independent. Nothing changes after your first spin. Everything stays the same and you still have 4 options or 4 possible outcomes. Look at this example. Which compound event is composed of independent events? With number 1, the action is to roll a standard number cube twice. The compound event is get an even number on each roll. With example 2, the action is toss a coin once and roll a standard number cube once. The compound event, the coin lands on tails, and the number cube lands on 5. Which compound event is composed of independent events? Both of these events are independent events. When we roll the standard number cube twice, rolling it the first time has no effect on rolling it the second time. With the second example, when we toss a coin and roll the standard number cube, these are independent events. They do not affect one another.